Grand rising to everyone. Thank you so much for joining. I see so many people here already. TT, Ingrid, Ifatiawa. Oh boy, I'm so sorry. Leisha, how are you? Thank you so much for joining. So excited to be here. Happy 12/12. And we're going to just jump in right away. I just want to thank everyone for being here. Thank you all for your commitment to your spiritual growth. Thank you all for recognizing how important it all is at this time. So we're going to go straight in right now. The running order, just so you know, let me switch off my device so it doesn't ring, is that we're going to have Tonya come in and open the proceedings with her prayer and affirmation, after which I will have Rohan come and do a clearing. Because what we want is to ensure that whatever we do for the rest of this session is clear and unadulterated and pure and beautiful, right? So Ron is going to come and make sure of that, after which I will do the breath work and the sound bath. And the sound bath is not going to be a long thing. It's just to really get the right side of the brain and the left side of the brain configured for the meditation. And I just want you to understand that this 12/12 portal is very powerful. It's a very powerful portal for manifestation, for transformation, for metamorphosis. It's a portal or a doorway for our being to embody its highest potential. Okay, so at this time, I'm going to invite Tonya to join us. Good morning, Tonya.
Good morning. Good morning. Welcome, everyone. It's my pleasure to be here. And
Yes.
starting this early morning meditation is an absolute act of self-love and self-care. So I just want to remind everyone of that what you're doing right now is for you. And you will reap the benefits of every moment that you spend with yourself, with spirit, and no one else.
Yes.
And it is a beautiful and wonderful relationship to have.
Absolutely.
I know from personal experience. Okay.
Absolutely. Yes.
So as we begin, I just want to share a few words. It may not sound like a traditional prayer, but it is a prayer. It is an affirmation, and it is a decree for the collective. So as we relax and begin to become still and prepare to enter the silence, we know that on the other side, we will emerge in a state of peace, calm, and tranquility that cannot be disturbed. So as thoughts begin to come, let them come and let them pass. Give them no attention, for they are the illusion, the distraction. And as we go into this meditation, we practice not giving our attention to distractions so that we can begin to hear clearly and see clearly what we need to see, what we need to hear, and emerging with what we need to know for an abundantly peaceful and joyous beginning to each day. And just know that there's no wrong way to meditate. You sit as long as you can. And when you need to begin to move, you're free to move. And so join us as we embark on this 12-day journey together, knowing that we are preparing ourselves for bigger, better, and greater new beginnings. Ashe, as above, so below, giving thanks in all things.
Beautiful, beautiful, Tonya. And I appreciate you just setting the tone for today's meditation and just assuring everyone that's joining that there's no right or wrong way to meditate. What we're doing is a guided meditation, but your meditation, your commitment to just going into the stillness, however it shows up, is just as valid. So you can, just before you start preparing breakfast for the children, you can sit in just silence for 5 minutes, close your eyes, close out the world, and connect with the divine, connect with source, and let source heal you, let source drop information into you. Get your information from source. It is so important. So thank you for that, Tonya. And with that, I'm going to now invite Rohan to the stage. And Rohan is an ancestral resolve coach. So what he does is that he's able to assist us to clear. Now, it may be a little, it comes with sensation. So all I'm going to ask everyone to do is listen to his instructions very clearly, close your eyes, breathe, and accept the clearing that is now being made available to you. Good morning, Rohan.
Good morning, everyone.
How are you?
I'm doing great.
Excellent, even though we wake you up out of your bed at 5 o'clock. All right, so I'm handing over to you.
Okay, so this is a little bit different from meditation because everything is a meditation, and what we want to do in meditation, we want to be clear, so we can get guidance. Because through meditation, we get guidance. A lot of the time, it's subtle, and that subtleness, we are not in tune with that subtleness, which really that's a 90% of who we are. It's very subtle and it's very calm, but that's the power. So as Paula said, I'm helping with clearing. What I'm helping really to do the work is to feel. We have to practice. So we call it practice good habit. If we're not feeling, we have to practice it, because what I'm assisting with is helping people to feel. And to feel, the reason why we're not feeling most of the time is because we're in a state of mind rather than a state of being. So we chip away at learning to feel, and we do feel. The mind tells us that we don't, but we do. So that's my job, to help you to feel. And we create, once we are feeling, that we are connecting. We're connecting to the subtleness, we're connecting to the creator, the source of all that is, was, and ever will be. And then when we feel and we keep practice using a muscle like building weights, then we get that higher self gives us information. But if we're not using it, then we're not getting any more. So not until we practice using that little bit before we get more. So I'm here over and over, and we through repetition, that's what is showing up, who we are. It's our repetition. And as Tanya said, it's for us. We're not feeling for anybody else. We're feeling for us. We're here this morning. It's for us. The changes that we're making, it's not for anybody else. It's for us. So a lot of the times we are saying we're going to do this because I don't want that. Every time we say we don't want something, we get it. But that's how the nervous system works.
Yes.
So I don't want no problem from that person. We're going to get more problem.
Right.
So we are here for us, not because we don't want that. We are here because we do want something. So we want to focus on the us. That person is the mirror. Believe it or not, the person is the mirror, because that's the don't want, but the truth is what we want. But what is showing up is what we don't want, which is what we do want. It's a part of that. So as Tony said, we are here for us, for what we want, not what we don't want. Because when we come to the realization and listen to the subtleness and learn to feel, because what is showing up is what we are feeling. It's just that we're not conscious of it. But when we start to feel, we realize, okay, and we'll realize that what is showing up is not what we really want, because it doesn't make us feel good. But once we put our attention on that, and as Tanya said, if the thoughts are happening, so we don't need to put our attention on it. Just observe it and let them pass. And then when thoughts will come, this is one that I want. Then we work with that one. Because as we said, the mind is not our friend until it is. The rest, we leave. We call it leave people business alone. That's not our thoughts. Because when we're in thoughts, they're people business. So let's get into it. Close your eyes and feel. Notice our bodies. It could be something emotional. If it's emotional, we feel it in our bodies. I have this situation, whatever it is, when we check in, it makes us feel a certain way. So we want to feel whatever it is. It could be something that happened. And it's always about this moment. What is happening this moment? People are living into yesterday and tomorrow and forgetting this moment. What is happening right now, this moment? Just notice yourself. So what we do is use the power of thoughts and connect to high intelligence, because we can use those thoughts, and it's important to pay attention to them. What we're not going to do is hold on to the ones that. So when we pay attention, pay with our attention, then there are a lot of ones happening. So with the ones we don't want to align with, we leave those. So we use thoughts and connect to what we do want. So we just close our eyes and we check in, we feel. So we feel. We use thoughts to connect to high intelligence. And we notice where we feel what. We don't run from it. When we feel it, that's at the times where we want to connect to high intelligence, as high intelligence immediately start to coming through and to resolve those stuff that has been there for could be eons. But we want to merge with it. In a twink of an eye, it's going to be a little intense, but we resolve it quickly. A lot of people afraid of the small little intensity and keep it forever. So let's just give us a moment with the little intensity and just merge with it. It's here for us. Just notice where you feel what in your body. And we're always checking. There's things that we call the medical pain scale we borrow to check the level of what we're feeling. And while you're putting your attention on that, we're just going to do some clearings. And when we finish, you notice the difference, because it's good to notice. Very important. And when we notice, it's a connection. And when we recognize, even if it was 10 and we got 1, we want to put our attention on the 1 that we got. Most people are putting their attention, or they just move from 10 to 4, but they are complaining about the 4 instead of being grateful for the 6. So it's important. It's a trajectory. If we did this with the trajectory of the Titanic, it would shift from the iceberg. Here we go. While you're putting attention on that, just notice what you feel. I'm going to do some clearing, and this will be silent. Here we go. Okay, just notice and stay with those sensations. Whatever we're feeling, it's here for us. So we can go ahead, Paula. Later on, we'll get into another round. But
Thank,
notice things are moving, shifting. We merge with that. We don't judge it. Stay with it.
thank, thank you so much, Rohan. Thank you very much. So we want to prepare ourselves for this morning's meditation by just doing a little breath work and then sound bath. We do that because we are preparing our bodies to connect with the divine. We're preparing to receive a column of divine light from the heavens above. And so if this brain is over here and that brain is over here and we're thinking about this and we're thinking about that, we cannot receive the divine download, the divine light that we need. So this is the purpose for the breath work. So what we're going to do now is just a few deep breaths, deep intentional breathing. And the reason why we're doing this is because I want you to retain that same deep intentional in and out breath for the duration of the meditation. Okay, so let us all take a deep breath in. And good morning to you, Dawn. Or sorry, God morning. Dawn is the one that taught us it's not good morning, it's God morning. So God morning, Dawn. Welcome. You've come just in time. So at this time, we're going to take a deep breath in. We're going to hold, and then we're going to release, and we're going to hold. So I'll count to 4 for the breath. So it's long and intentional. I'll count for 4 for the hold, and I'll count for 4 for the release. Okay? We're going to do 5 breaths. So take a deep breath in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, breathe out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, breathe out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, breathe out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, breathe out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, breathe out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. And that's it for breath work. But I want for the duration of this session for you to listen to the speakers and during the silence to pay attention to your breath. Your breath is the life force. Every breath that you take in is an enormous stream of light coming into the body. So if instead of counting, I said breathe in the powerful white light, hold the powerful white light, breathe out the stale air, the toxicity, the anger, the resentment, and then breathe in again the beautiful light. All right, so that's it in terms of the breath work. And at this time, we're going to just do a little bit of a sound bath. And the sound bath is just to tune your brain. And this is the frequency that opens up your crown so that you're able to receive the divine light. And so we affirm that we are now embodying our highest timeline of freedom and abundance. We now switch our filters to gratitude and appreciation so that that is all that we can see. We are now embodying the highest version of ourselves, and we deeply trust that everything is always working out with us. This time, I'm going to invite Marsha-Ann to just come on and speak with us a little bit on our theme today. Welcome, Marsha-Ann.
Hi, good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Marsha.
Yes, what
Thank
a
you so
way
much.
to start the day.
Absolutely, absolutely. And for everyone who is not familiar with Marsha because you've never seen her on my page, you need to be following her. She's Marsha-Ann Brown, Marsha-Ann B on Instagram, and she's just filled with positivity morning, noon, and night. And we could not do this 12-day run without bringing her on to just share her positivity, her wisdom, and her understanding of this beautiful thing called life. So, Marsha, I'm handing it over to you.
Thank you so much. I want everybody to hold up their index finger, and I want you to look at it with great intention. And you say to yourself, all I have is this one life, and I owe it to myself to live it with love, to live it with joy, to live it with peace, to live it with prosperity, and release anything else that would rob you of this one life. It's not a dress rehearsal.
Yes.
All right?
Thank you.
Thank you for doing that. Every time you have an obstacle or that thought that comes in your mind, just remember one life. And so today our theme is I will release chaos and I'll embrace calm. And I truly believe all of us at some point or another throughout our 24 hours, we encounter chaos, we encounter a lack of clarity, we encounter confusion, and we're going to recenter our thoughts today. And the whole purpose is to own it. Some of the Some of what we will release, you may want to write down if it resonates with you. What you want to embrace, you want to write it down as well, so that you take full control. So I want to remind you of this: love, joy, peace, and prosperity is your birthright. It's owed to you. And so, whatever has happened along life's journey, it's okay. Give yourself grace today, but knowing that as of today, you're reclaiming every ounce of your power. You're reclaiming every ounce of the greatness that is naturally in your DNA. You are wired for greatness. And so this is not about societal norms, what you grew up hearing, what you believe that you need as familial to you. This is about looking in that mirror on your beautiful self and soul. Look beyond your physical beauty, and you're going to connect with your heart and know that beyond your intellect, what is your soul saying to you? What are you feeling inside so that you can truly embrace what you deserve to embrace? So I want you to say for yourself, and you can say it right where you are: I'm in control of my life. I'm in control of my thoughts. I'm in control of my emotions. And effective immediately, I release everything else that is not within my control. Paul, I'm going to invite you to do that breath work one more time, and just do one session of that.
Yes.
And then I'm going to do what we're releasing and what we're embracing. So invite us to breathe so that
Beautiful.
we understand what we are going to release and now embrace.
Beautiful. You see how all of this works together. What we're doing is retraining our neural pathways along what Marsha has just spoken. So let us all take a deep breath in, thinking about all of what was just said, embodying all of what was just said, and breathe out intentionally, slowly, getting it all out. Deep breath in again. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Hold so that we can clear out all of what is inside that needs to come out. And then we release. Long, intentional release. This time when we breathe in, we're going to breathe in long. But when we breathe out next time, it needs to be even longer. So breathe in. Long, intentional breath. And then breathe out even longer. And then, Marsha, you can take over.
Beautiful. So I want to remind you of this. You say to yourself each day as you rise, you give God thanks for the gift of life. And you say, I'm a child of God. And because you're a child of God, you deserve the very best and absolutely nothing less. You will no longer settle for anything that's less than what you deserve. And so I invite you to remember that your posture is so important. If your fists are closed, you will not be able to release anything, and you also won't be able to give anything. You're a vessel that deserves to give love and receive love, to give joy and receive joy, to give peace and receive peace. So, the first thing I really want you to do on a daily practice, and if you look at any pictures that I post, you will oftentimes see that my hands are wide apart and my palms are open because I know what I deserve to receive. And I want you to practice that every day. It's like stretching when you wake up in the morning and you remind yourself that if I am alive for this new day, I have hope, I have love, I have joy, I have peace. And not only do I deserve it, but I deserve to give it away. So today we're going to release chaos and we're going to replace it with calm. These are the things that you will write down what resonates to you. You release chaos, you replace it with calm. You release confusion, and you're going to replace it with clarity. You're going to release sadness, and you're going to replace that with joy. You will release turmoil, and you're going to replace that with peace. You're going to release hurt, and you're going to replace that with healing. You're going to release self-loathe. If you have issues with loving yourself, you're going to release that today, and you're going to release that and embrace self-love. You're going to release complaining, and you're going to replace that with gratitude. You will release it, release fear, and you're going to embrace faith. You will release lack, and you're going to embrace abundance. Like feel yourself hugging yourself, like hold your heart about what you want to embrace. Open and release the things you want to release. No longer will you know lack, because you're going to release lack. You embrace abundance. It's your birthright. You're going to release rejection, because along life's way you have experienced that. And instead, you're going to embrace acceptance. You're going to release doubt, and you're going to embrace your confidence. You're going to release the need for validation. Validation from people, from attachment, from society, from family, from business, from profession, and instead, your full acceptance of who you are is what truly matters. And so we're going to release strife and embrace ease and flow. And you're going to release any form of pretense that you carry externally. You want to show up in a certain way because you think it's the right thing to do. We're going to release that today. Today, you're going to embrace being authentically you. And I will close by saying, I encourage you to say each day, I am loved. I'm a vessel of love. I receive true love, and I give true love. I'm going to encourage you to say that I am more than enough, that things don't define me. People don't define me. Titles don't define me. Material things don't define me. I am my wholesome self because I'm a child of God, fearfully and wonderfully made. Nothing lacking, nothing missing, nothing broken. I am me, authentically me, and I am whole. And most importantly, I am set free to be me for me.
Wow. What a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful precursor to the silence that we are going to move into. Marsha, thank you so much. Guys, she says she might not be here every single day, but we are praying that wherever she is, she's going to be able to join and she can wake up and come with this level of power and love with her words. Thank you, Marsha.
Thank you. Thank you
Setting the
all.
tone.
Thank you all. Look in the mirror when you're finished with this and see the change in yourself already. You've just
Right.
released a lot. And embrace your glow, not from the outside, but from within. Be blessed.
Thank you, Marsha. Wow. So, what Marsha has done in words, we are now going to do in the stillness and the silence. And we're going to bring Rohan back on to the stage. And we're going to be doing silent meditation, and Rohan is going to also be doing the Ancestral Resolve. So let us close our eyes now, understanding that today's the 12/12, and we have an amazing doorway open to us, a doorway for manifestation and transformation, a doorway where we can think about the things that we want, think about who we want to be, and know that we have the power to tap in to the God source to receive those things. Handing over to you, Rohan. We can close our eyes and we can just relax.
That's why I love alignment, because what Marsha did was really so powerful. Because when she's using that index finger, it in astrology it represents Jupiter, and Jupiter is abundance
and expansion. Yes.
And it's saying, and it's, if we notice when we're adjusting anything, whether we're talking to, but look here, I don't like to use cautioning, but it's saying I'm conscious. So we can replace, listen to me, behave yourself, that's the reprimanding finger. And also, so I love it, because whatever in front of us, even if it's somebody giving trouble or giving us trouble, if we're saying, we'll repeat what Marsha is saying, we're really, even if the trouble that we're seeing in front of us, that's the mirror. We're talking to ourselves. I have this. So I think I use that. Whatever is happening in front of us, we can say, I have this. We can point to it and say, it's not them. Because I have this one life. So it's powerful. And, it's interesting because we connect to higher intelligence, and what we use is the power of forgiveness, which is really releasing, what she's saying. And when we release, the thing is that our birthright is to be free. So we already have freedom. We already have joy. We already have calm. So when we release chaos and the issues and stuff like that, the truth shows up. And a lot of people hear about forgiveness and say, I've done that, and I've forgiven them, but I won't forget. That's not forgiveness. It's to complete and totally let it go. That's releasing. And when we release, it's like emptying out our cup. Our cup is filled with water. Most people are asking the Creator for more, but we can't get any more in our full cup. So we need to ask to help us to release that, to empty us. So the anointing and the blessing that is always showing, because the Creator is always expressing for full expansion. But we cannot get that if we're already filled up with accumulation of debris. So that's what we do here. We ask to empty it out. So what is here? The truth, which is who we are. So just close your eyes. Notice what doesn't feel good. So that is what we're going to ask Creator, humbly and gratefully. Right? I'm going to ask only and gratefully on your behalf to empty that out. So the truth of who you are, which is your birthright to be free. And when we are free, we move into purpose, which is to have joy. It sounds simple, but people think their purpose is, I need to be a doctor, I need to be a brilliant, I need to be a healer, I need to be this, I need to be that. No, it's to have joy. That's it. Because this moment lasts forever. And that moment leads to momentum. I'm excited about singing a song in the bathroom. All of a sudden, when we are doing that, it leads to something else. We get a message. Excitement is to walk. That's it. Have joy in the moment, in every moment. That's the moment. And it leads to we walking down the road and hearing, I was looking for somebody to address this issue for me. I'm paying $1 million. It's just like that. But because we have joy in that moment. So just close your eyes, notice what doesn't feel good. And we're going to put our attention on that in this moment. We do it in this moment because the Creator is here now. Arms wide open. Say, bring all those burdens. So we're going to put where the light, we'll put our attention on it. And while we put our attention in, we just merge with whatever is happening. I feel tingling, heat, pressure. People experience it different, but just notice what you feel. Here we go. We just stay with those sensations, with keep noticing what you feel. I have this sense there's a lot of giving happening in this moment. And that's why we hear it that it's better to give than to receive. Just put your attention on what you're feeling. Wow. Just be open to receive. And it's interesting that there's a dog barking and a cock crowing. The dog barking means we're safe, and that cock it's a celebration, really. It's amazing. Just put your attention on what's left. Notice where we started, and put our attention on what is left. We don't need to understand. That's the mind trying to figure out. We don't need to understand. We just need to surrender, let go, let source, your highest power of your understanding. Just surrender. Here we go. Just keep noticing what we feel in our body. continue to notice difference, relax into those sensations. Or can breathe into stillness.
Going to be wrapping up in a few minutes.
Thank you. And
Thank you so much, Rohan. I just want to thank you, my presenters, Tonya, Marsha, and Rohan, for getting up early and for giving this beautiful gift that you have given to us this morning. May we all be able to walk away today with this beautiful energy that we are holding right now. May we be able to write down today, because today is a powerful day. Write down today what it is that we wish to bring into our lives, what we wish to release. It's a new moon and it's a 12/12, and we are moving towards the winter solstice. So we plant our seeds in the spirit now, knowing that we will reap next year. Ladies and gentlemen, have a fantastic day and invite others to join us tomorrow, same time, same place. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
bye bye.